It's no fun when deals fall through. You can also leave a lot of money on the table, especially for deals that should complete but don't, because of what seem to be irreconcilable differences, between the buyers and sellers of small and mid-sized businesses. In this podcast, you're going to hear about revival, getting back on track, deals that should occur. I'm Ted Leverette, the original business buyer advocate. For more than 30 years, I've been helping people find and buy the right businesses the right way. I'm not a business broker. I don't sell businesses. You're going to hear John Martinka. He's going to tell us about how he revived troubled deals that were worth doing. John Martinka is known as the escape artist, and you're going to hear more about him later. So John, what was the problem, and how did he help the parties get back on the same page?
Well, Ted, I'm going to give you 3 deal saving techniques, and this is not theory. These are actual cases where we save the deal. Now, the first one is the most important in any small, mid-sized, lower middle market deal, and that's having a relationship. So Eric wanted to sell his business and Michael wanted to buy it. They got along great, but things were just dinking along and it wasn't happening. We got together in a coffee shop. I looked at Eric and said, "You've got a nice business. You want to sell. Michael's a qualified buyer with skills and money. You guys get along. You need to get this deal done because buyers like that don't come along very often." I turned to Michael and said, "Michael, you want to own a business and Eric's got the perfect business for you. You're eminently qualified. You guys get along and you trust him. It is really hard to find a business like that. You need to get the deal done." And that got it on the fast track to closing. And as we walked out, my client said to me, "You earned your whole fee in this meeting." Now, it doesn't have to be near the end. I'm working on one now. The buyer who I'm representing is in Portland, Oregon. We reached out, got hold of the owner. Turns out he is working with an intermediary, a broker in Florida. Why in Florida from Portland, Oregon? I don't know. They claim to be industry specialists. Well, in COVID and all of that, the distance, it's email and phone, and we hit a roadblock. And I said, "You need to go meet the owner." He had not met him yet. He said, what do I do? I said, "Well, remember when I told you the first time I talked to this owner, he noticed I was in Rotary, and he said, I trust everybody in Rotary because he's a Rotarian." I said, "Ask him what he does in Rotary." They hit it off. Fantastic. Potential deal is back on track. It has been kept alive because of relationship.
Wow, that's the idea. Don't you have another story?
I've got a couple more, and attorneys and CPAs and buyers will always tell you, we don't want a stock sale. And yet the stock sale saved the day. Bill was buying a company that had about 300 leases on apartments because they rented them long-term and then did 1, 2, 3 or longer month rentals to big companies when they brought executives in to relocate, or in case of Boeing, training mechanics for a few months. 300 some leases. This was going to take forever and get deal fatigue on both sides. We said, let's do a stock sale. Leases all transfer over. Boom, deal closed. And there's another one, that you see when buyers will not want to buy the stock generally, not unlike with Bill. And that's when it's a C-Corp. And one of my favorite CPAs has repeatedly told me how he tells his clients who have C-Corps, change to an S-Corp, change to an S-Corp, and they don't do it until it's time to sell. And they say, well, a buyer wants to do an asset sale and I'm going to get double taxation. And even in Washington, with no income tax, it's 50%. Well, about 15 or so years ago, I learned of a technique, and it's you make a dual sale. It's based on a precedent called the Martin ice cream case. You buy the assets of the business up to basis from the company. You buy the goodwill personally from the seller. Buyer gets to write it off. Seller gets capital gains. And the caveat is, this is for small, mid-sized deals where you can prove the owner was absolutely an integral part of the business's success. Get too big and advisors and maybe even the IRS will say, too big a deal for this, we can't honor that. And Ted, I see we have a couple more minutes. I got a quick story, because not all deals deserve to be sold, to be saved. One of my clients, I'm on the buy side. We're about to close. We want to talk to the customers. We want to blindly do reference check, customer satisfaction survey. The seller says, no, everything is too sensitive in this industry. Someone's going to find out and it's going to get below the deal. I said, hold, put the deal on hold. The attorney was a little more forthright. He said, kill the deal. Client said, I trust him. Yeah, he trusted him while they were doing a test kitchen of replacement products. This is a big upfront expense, and then maintenance and service. This company had nickel a dime their 25% customers so much, they hated them. Not all deals deserve to be saved, and this just shows if you can't talk to customers in a B2B deal, it isn't worth buying. I know it doesn't quite fit with saving deals, but sometimes no deal is better than a bad deal.
You could say that again. Say, John, how can people get in touch with you?
LinkedIn or martinkaconsulting.com.
Okay, folks, check out his LinkedIn profile or his website. I think you're going to be impressed. Okay, here are 2 more resources that are helping people who are wanting to buy a business. First, my book for searchers, How to Prepare Yourself and Find the Right Business to Buy. And then my other book is for when you found the deal that you want to do. You can avoid mistakes and make a better deal. How to buy the right business the right way. You'll save time, you'll save money, you will achieve better deals, but you have to do what the savviest buyers do. And I can help you deploy the tactics in those books. Go to my website, partneroncall.com. I'm Ted Leverette, the business buyer advocate with Partner on Call Network. Hey, let's Zoom if you want to continue this. Thanks for listening.